Leading with Style. This video provides an understanding of how to use the PRISM Leadership model to lead with style and provide dynamic and effective leadership. Successful organizations have one major attribute: their leadership is dynamic and effective. Dynamic leaders respond to the changing needs of their followers, and effective leaders work at accomplishing organizational goals through competent and committed followers. This is the essence of the PRISM leadership model. To be dynamic and effective, leaders need to frequently adapt their behavior to achieve the organizational goals and get the most from their followers. Just as we all have a preferred behavior, we also have a preferred leadership style, and this can be determined by taking the scores from your PRISM map. The higher the score, the stronger the leadership style. In this example, the dominant style will be monitoring with a score of 86. Each of the leadership styles has a different way of dealing with both the task and results and relationships. These styles are explained as follows. The directing style, where the task gets more attention than the follower. The monitoring style, where task and follower receive equal attention. The facilitating style, where follower receives more attention than the task. The inspiring style, where neither the task nor the follower receive close attention. It is important to remember that whilst you will have a preferred style, you will need to adapt to other styles depending on the situation and the people. For example, in an emergency, it might be necessary to give direct, detailed instructions and be really clear about what is required. The directing style may be the most appropriate. In a business context, if you're embarking on an organizational change program, you may choose to use the inspiring style, perhaps in a keynote speech to the workforce, and perhaps later when working with individual teams, use the monitoring style to establish processes and procedures. You may choose yet another style when working with an individual within these teams. Regardless of your preferred style, you should consider the most appropriate style to suit each different situation in order to achieve your goals. When flexing to suit individuals, you need to establish their state of readiness to undertake a particular task. With different levels of readiness and different leadership styles, this may seem daunting, so this flowchart can help with this. Start by assessing whether the follower is capable of completing the task and then whether they are willing or confident. So, for example, if a follower is not capable nor willing, then the directing style A is the most appropriate. By contrast, for someone who is capable and confident, the inspiring style D would be best. Using this information and this leadership styles chart, you can match your style with the follower's development needs. Let's look at an example of a follower who is not capable and has variable willingness and confidence. This is B on the chart. This is described as someone who needs direction, close supervision, explanations, and praise for progress. In contrast, the leadership style at a score of 81 is D and is described as someone who tends to delegate and allow followers maximum freedom and creativity. This leadership style would not be appropriate for this follower. Therefore, being conscious of their own style strengths and development needs, the leader needs to adapt their style from D to B to achieve the follower's needs. Please note, each follower will be in a different state of readiness, and you may need to use any of the 4 leadership styles. Remember, leading with style is about being dynamic and effective. At the macro level, this means understanding which leadership style is appropriate for each situation, and at the individual level, it's about recognizing the follower's readiness and adapting your style accordingly. No one style fits all.